going to be showing you some tips and tricks about Gorilla Tag thumbnail making and just generally things people don't tell you in these tutorials. We're going to be going over things such as how to add in your Gorilla Tag map into the Blender, also how to do things such as make good lighting, make your cosmetics look much better, and more. So let's get straight into the video. Alright, so we're in Blender, and I'm just going to do most of the normal things you do to make a normal Gorilla Tag player, and yeah, I'll get back to you when that's done. Also, if you want to know how to do this part on your own, I can link a tutorial in the description that I'd recommend from Verix VR. Alright, let's go. Alright, so now we've done all the normal stuff you might do for a Gorilla Tag thumbnail, and then we'll move on to the tips. So my first tip is if you click on the body like this and go into shading, whenever you have this option in linear, always put it to closest, and it just gets rid of all that blur. So if you look at the face here, this is linear and this is closest. So that's the first tip, and you can do the same thing on your cosmetics, linear to closest. Perfect. Another quick tip is you might normally have it on this one. Make sure it's on this one, because this will help you with the lighting and it'll show what it'll actually look like. Alright, so the next tip's more to do with lighting. So if you go to layout, your sun, and now we're going to be editing the settings of your sun to make it good. So first, we're going to delete our current sun. We're going to go add, light, sun. We're going to move this to the corner, and then we're going to press R to rotate it, and we're going to make it point at our character. Perfect. And now for the tips here. First one, select your sun, go to the data, light bulb here, click on strength, put this to 10, it's a lot more strength than you can see in the lighting. It's normally at 1, and putting it to 10 really makes it look a lot better. And now the next one, we're going to go to shadow and enable contact shadows. This will give some shadows to your text and a few other things on your body. Next, we're going to go up to the camera here, render. If you're doing an animation, enable motion blur, and open up screen space reflections here, and enable refraction. Another tip when you're doing your own lighting with the sun is you can click on your body, go to shading, and find your color emission, and make sure it's set to 0. So now the only light is coming from the sun. And now the next tip is mainly specific to cosmetics like the coconut that has these squares all over your coconut that make it not look nice. So what you're going to do, click on your coconut, go to modifiers here at the wrench, click add modifier, search, and now you want to search up subdivide. And click on subdivision surface, and now this will round off your coconut. Some people like it looking like this, some people don't, but I like it sometimes because it gets rid of the squares that are all over your coconut. And now another tip, when you go add camera and move it backwards, if you want your exact camera bit that you want, you can right click, do set active camera, click on view, navigation, walk navigation, and now you can use your mouse and WASD to move around and put it exactly how you want. Alright, and now the next tip I'm going to tell you is how to make your text glow. So what you're going to do, click on your text, go to render, enable bloom. Once you've done that, come to materials here, surface, here, click on it, go to emission, and you can add emission to your text. I normally go with about 5. Alright, my next tip is going to be how to add basically a skybox. So what a skybox basically is almost basically your background to your entire project. So the way you do that, you click on this red circle here, the world, and that color, click on this, click on environment texture, open, and then you can find something to put your sky as, so it will be a texture. If you want to find some really good textures for your sky and other things, you can join my content creator Discord server, that'll be linked in the description, and I'll also have some good links that you can have also in the description. So I'm going to press open, I'm going to scroll down. So the one I'm going to be using today is the cloudsky.png. This one is in my Discord server, and you can go find it if you'd like. I'm going to press open image, and if you want it to be nice pixelated, you can go from linear to closest. The next thing I'm going to be teaching you is how to add scenes. Now this could be the Gorilla Tag map, this could be custom scenes, and today I'm going to be using one from the Discord server. So I'm going to go file, import FBX, and I'm going to find the one that I got from the Discord server. I'm going to open it up, and it'll just be here, and you can place your gorilla where you want on it. But what I would recommend, click on it, make your linear set to closest. And then if it doesn't have a texture or has a wrong texture, you can press the X, go open, and then find a texture that it's supposed to be on. I've got mine. I'm going to press open image and make sure it's on closest. And now you have a gorilla tag scene. Another tip is how to fast render it. You can just press F12 and it'll auto render it. So the next tip is for when you're positioning your model. So the way you position, you click on the black outlines from object mode to pose mode. And now the tip comes in when if you press T to open up this sidebar, instead of using R to rotate all the time like this, click on transform and use these rotations. Another thing, if you don't want your hands to move at the same time, you can press this X here. For me, I want them both to move at the same time, at least for now. Also, if you want to move your whole monkey at the same time, you can click on all the lines on object mode and just drag it down. And the coconut. Alright, so now I'm going to position my monkey using that new tip. Alright, now it's gone to the point where I want to individually use the hand, so I'm going to press the X. You can also individually move the fingers if you just select them individually. Alright, so the next tip is you can Control C, Control V, go to move, bring your text up. To make it bigger, you can use scale and then hold shift while using the Z axis scale and then go back to the move. And then just make sure to delete this little node thing after. And if you want your big name there, I'd recommend pressing on this, pressing delete so that your name's not there. And one more tip, if you're doing the gorilla tag map that you can probably find in my Discord server, sorry for all the plugs, if you're doing the gorilla tag map, remember to put everything to closest if it's in the scene, and anything that's not on the camera you don't have to worry about. Alright, well that's about it for this video. Hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something. If you want more videos like this, make sure to leave it in the comments because I have an entire new rig that I can show you guys that looks much better than this one and nobody is talking about it. So if you want that, make sure to leave it in the comments. If this video gets 1,000 views, I'll teach you guys that rig. Oh, sorry for not uploading for a while. I've been busy with many things. I was editing for a while, I got very sick and more things. But now I will be uploading a lot more. If you guys want to know what my next upload might be, it's going to be something along the lines of each time I get tagged, my arms get shorter. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one. Goodbye. Bum 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 bum.